earth. And we're looking for a Dodge with a big boat. Well, all right, good morning everybody. Just met with the guide. We are headed out of the Buc-ee's parking lot. We're gonna head to the lake. This isn't exactly how we'd like for the morning to start with this pouring down rain, but it's supposed to be cleared out of here in about an hour and a half. So we may miss out on a little bit of fishing time, but that's all right. If you guys are interested in going on a guided fishing trip, whether it be stripers or hybrids or sand bass or whatever, I'll leave all the information down in the description below, and you guys can follow this guide on Instagram, on social media, and I'll give you some more info on him here in just a minute whenever we get to the lake and this weather clears out, because it's pretty nasty. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're doing some fishing, and I hope that you guys enjoy it, watch it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all of y'all being here. I look forward to hopefully catching a whole bunch of fish, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it as well. Let's get this party started. How about it? Oh boy. I hate to interrupt, but I wanted to give a little bit of context to the situation and what's going on here. It was about 6:30, 6:45 by the time we made it to the ramp, and we hung out for probably 15 minutes, let the wind and a bunch of the rain settle out and move out, and I was very glad that we did. It was pretty rough there for the first 10 or 15 minutes of heading out to our first spot, but once we got there, Miss Debbie hooked up on a giant.
There it goes. Making it run. Whatever it is. Weird fish. Gaining on it at all? Pump, man. Saltwater fish.
Good grief. Uh-oh.
She grabbed it. You're smart. I've never had it come over the boat like that.
I'm excited to see what this is.
Well, that's because we're moving too. I put the trolling motor in because I didn't want to get it off the motor. There it is. Pop one.
Oh man. Oh my goodness.
It's a beast right there.
That is.
I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get his head in there. Told you were going to get out.
Oh no. That was a big fish. Now before I go too much further, I want to give you guys a little bit of an idea of who I'm fishing with. I'm fishing with Luck of the Irish Fishing Guide Service. Omar Cotter, the owner, and his wife Debbie were gracious enough to have me out on the boat with them for not just one trip, but for two. You guys will see the second part of this trip in an upcoming video. But I want you guys to go down into social media. Go down into the description below and follow them on their social media. Go follow them at the guide page on Facebook and on Instagram. Those will be linked down there. Go give them a follow. Book a trip with them. Fantastic people. Great people. And I'm very grateful to have a new relationship and a new friendship with two awesome people. So with that being said, we fished for like a solid 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, and we noticed we were going to catch the back end of the storm. So we hightailed it in to a marina nearby, tucked in at one of the boat slips, and stayed dry. We stayed there for about an hour, and as we're coming out, we are just surrounded in acres of sand bass, it seemed like. Oh, yep, there they are.
Hey, Corey, see us room for you up there on the front.
Okay. The wind is killer.
Yeah.
Let's get over. I'm kind of in a bad spot. Got him.
That was cool, bro. Got him?
Yes, sir.
Drop him in there. Yeah. Slide him back. When you got a hand. Got him. Top water.
We're right on top of him now. Come here. What is that, a hybrid?
That's Sandy.
Sand bass?
Yep.
They got some real dark lines.
Yep. Catfish. You leave that out. Yeah. No problem. Oh, you got it.
A big one. Yeah, it is. Good grief. That's one of the biggest sand bass I think I've ever seen.
Isn't that a beast?
It was giant.
Guy in there, partner?
Yes, sir. Look at the size of that fish.
Big old fish, isn't
That's
it?
a giant. Thank you.
Catfish. We'll see. Get him, baby. Get him. Show him who's boss. That a girl.
You got it too. Get off.
That's going off the
Golly. That's a giant.
Oh, look, that's a Sandy.
Huh?
No, that's a hybrid there. You ever seen this about a hybrid? You take them and you roll them upside down, they stop flopping.
Really? Huh, that's cool. I've never seen that
You
before.
turn them over though, it is game,
Game.
on. Back here on the back of the boat. Yeah, they kind of went breaking the top, didn't they?
I think so. Oh, they're back up in here.
Hey guys, here. Back up in the cove, guys. Very up front of the cove up there. Yeah. Right up in there. This way though.
He's hooked up right back there too. There's your fight.
Yep. Nice sand bass.
Oh yeah.
Looks like we're having fish tacos for dinner tonight.
Got him hooked good. Thank you.
Think about how much bait is in this lake to look how healthy that fish is.
Oh yeah. They're so fat.
What a lot of people don't see is sand bass. Like, you know how saltwater fish will light up?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the color on that tail.
Oh yeah.
That blue.
Sure enough. I don't guess I've ever noticed it.
They will light up just like the saltwater fish. These two fins right here, the anal fin and the tail fin, they get this blue right there along the bottom that's just absolutely gorgeous. The indigo blue.
That's awesome. I've never noticed that before until you pointed it out. That's cool.
He's letting it sink to the bottom and bouncing it back.
Okay, thank you.
I went over here, but I waited.
A long ways. It slung it.
Yeah, that's that. I think that's the Banshee reel from Six Hill.
I like that.
Miyaka rod.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I can't pronounce all those Japanese names very well. I do well with Nissan and Toyota. Don't even get me started with Mitsubishi, whatever.
There's one. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go in the boat. I know what happens if I go in the boat. They are such a pretty fish.
Oh yeah. See you, buddy.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
That back on the side, the yellow side, back side. All right. I'll take it over here. There you go. You ever caught one of those?
No, I hadn't.
Get on one now.
Come here.
It ain't a yellow bass. We did something too, and we really liked it. We took them. We caught a bunch of 8 or 9 inchers, and we took them and scaled them, cut the heads off of them. Okay, and then we slid them and soaked them in, marinated them in Italian seasoning, Italian dressing.
Yep.
And then we put them on the grill with a hickory smoke.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
They were really good. I call it here yellow bass.
I think in about 20 minutes of fishing is what we came up. No, I looked at it. I started filming and recording as soon as we came up on those sand bass in the first go around. And about the time it started slowing down, we put 37 sand bass in the box in 17 minutes. It was so cool. 17 minutes and 43 seconds to be exact. From the time I turned the camera on to the time I shut the camera off, we flat wore them out and just had a ball. Thank you.
That's 40.
Gotcha.
But
it was getting later in the morning. It was around 11 o'clock, and we had fun chasing the hybrids and the sand bass and looking for them. But Omar says, hey, I got an idea. Let's ditch this. I know a good spot. where I'm pretty sure we can catch some big fish. So we started preparing for some big fish. Now, I have never experienced downrigging. I've never fished by downrigging. I've never done it before, so Omar was super helpful and very patient in teaching me the ropes, and it's actually very simple, very neat, and I was fascinated with the whole process, and I can't wait to do it with him again. But yeah, I got to learn the process of downrigging, and man, it wasn't 5 minutes we dropped down on that first one, and I hooked up with a giant.
Yeah, you got a fish on there. I got the clips you tied. Get ready.
You want to throw a marker or not?
Yeah. Not yet. Yeah, fight him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it sure is fighting hard.
Probably a striper. Nice striper.
Yeah. No, here we go again. No! No! Oh, man. No! That was a really nice fish.
Oh, that's probably a 12-pound striper.
That's what happened. Oh, man, he bent me out.
Man.
I should have loosened my drag. I had that thought in the back of my mind. Loosen the drag just a little bit.
You trust you can do anything you want to with my tackle.
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, it's not your fault.
Yeah, it is.
Man,
had that drag a little looser.
Look at the way he bent that thing.
Oh, I bent it back.
You bent it back now, but golly.
That was a beast.
That was awesome.
That was at least a 12-pound fish. And I lost him for you.
My feelings aren't that hurt. That was pretty dang cool.
Alright.
Unfortunately, as you guys saw, bent the hook out, and man, that fish was solid. It did not look near as big. The GoPro did not do it justice at all. Being there in person and watching that fish come up to the top and then dive back down was incredible. The power that these striper have. I have caught a lot of striped bass in my lifetime, hundreds of them, and it is always fun, but there's something about going out, dropping a jig down, putting it right in their face, getting in the zone, and dropping the downrigger on them and just having a blast with it. I really enjoyed that part of the trip. It was probably one of the highlights of the trip right there. Even though we lost it, it was all smiles and all laughs, and the entire trip, first of all. But it was just that way right after we lost that striper. We're like, man, now we just have even more reason to keep trying it, keep doing it, and even more reason for me to keep going and fishing with, and I can confidently say this, one of the best, or if not the best, fishing guide in the state of Texas. That was amazing. We are fishing Lake Tawakoni, and it was my first time on Tawakoni, and we just had a stinking ball. I think we ended up with 57 sand bass, one crappie, which is like a weird deal, one keeper crappie, and then we had, what was it, one keeper hybrid, I believe is what it was. So super cool. We got back to the dock and laid all these fish out, got a count on them, got a picture taken with them, and let me tell you something, folks. It's one thing to have a guide take you out, but what's so cool about this, and I know that there's a lot of guides out there that do it, but Omar brings you back to the dock. He sets up on the table, cleans all your fish for you, bags it all for you, and you're ready to take it home, put it in the freezer, or eat it fresh, which is what we did that evening. It was just a time for us to really have some great fellowship and have a very good time. Another thing that I want to throw in here in addition is not only was the fishing fantastic despite the weather and the conditions, Omar overcame and put us on some fish, but this guy can flat out clean some fish. Never seen anything like it before in my life. I wish I could be half as good as him, because that was incredible. 5-star. It was fantastic fishing. I hope that you guys will go down there in the description below and check him out on all his social media and book trips with him. I promise you, you won't regret it. So I've got a freezer full of fish, about 75 fillets to be exact, and a great time, great memories. Thank the Lord for a safe and fun trip. He definitely blessed us, and that was incredible. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out for you guys. Let's roll right into this outro. Well, what's up, guys? It's been several hours since we have been on the water. We got off the lake. We had a great morning. We ended up with about 57 sand bass.
Right.
One hybrid and some, no, it wasn't a hybrid. It was a yellow bass and a crappie.
Right.
This guy is amazing at his job, amazing what he does, and I had a phenomenal time. This is the best guided fishing trip that I've ever been on, and this is Mr. Cotter, if you guys haven't figured that part out just yet. And all of his social media will be linked down in the description below, but I want you to go ahead and give a little bit of info as well.
Well, I've been guiding here in North Texas for going on 20 years. I guide for stripers, hybrids, and sand bass, and catfish occasionally. I guide on area lakes, Lake Grapevine, Lake Louisville, Lake Tawakoni, and Cedar Creek, and it is just a ball to get out here and catch these fish. We used several different techniques. We used downrigging today. We used slabs on schooling fish and topwaters. We also used Hellbender pet spoon to try and get some sand bass in the box. But it was an awesome day. We had one striper on the downrigger that was pushing 30 inches. Yep. That unfortunately got away, but you know, that's the way it is. The big one does get away. But it's Luck of the Irish Fishing Guide Service. You can find me on Google, my business. You can also find me on Instagram at luck_the_Irish_NTX. That's Irish for North Texas. So look me up there. Look me up on Facebook, Luck of the Irish Fishing Guide Service, because Irishmen can't spell. But anyway, I just look forward to more trips and more videos. And just know that every one of you is a blessing to both Bradley and myself, and we're just so glad you watched.
Absolutely. And again, like I said, all of his social media will be down in the description below. I had a phenomenal time and have created one new friend, and I'm very, very grateful for today's trip and for tomorrow's trip as well.
Absolutely.
And you guys don't want to miss out on that video. Don't miss out on a trip of a lifetime. He will put you on some fish 100%.
Or die trying.
Or die trying. Phenomenal time again, and I don't want to get too repetitive here, but if you don't book a trip, you're missing out, and that's all there is to it. I love you guys. Y'all are awesome. Thank you again one more time.
I love y'all.
I appreciate it.
God bless you.
Love you guys, and we'll see you in just a couple days.